All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. We are on. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday. I know we're still kind of mixed with the week. Feels like Tuesday, but it's really Wednesday. Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow's down 10 points, pretty flat, pretty bouncing around back and forth this future session. 38.50 to 38.20, let's just call it. Nasdaq is green in terms of futures. S&P flat, same thing, down about 0.06%. Russell down about a quarter point. Crude oil bouncing slightly, kind of hovering around $100 a barrel. And let's see here, gasoline futures up 0.79%, 335 a gallon. Gold futures slightly catching a bid, 0.08%, some kind of green. Silver 0.54%. Let's take a look at the euro dollar for my Forex people. 101.88, getting closer to parity, meaning $1 even for euro dollar and, euro dollar, excuse me. Dollar yen, 135.09, down 76 pips. Bitcoin futures taking a little bit of a step back, down 1.35%, 20,115. And these damn alerts. Ethereum down 0.83% at 1135 per. 10-year treasury yields, guys. We talked about yields and bonds, right? Let's do the correlation here, or the comparison. TLT is something that I bought last week. I still have. Again, I still expect to go bonds to continue to rally higher as possible. Peak inflation is here. We've said this before. We've thought about it before. We need to see that CPI next week. Let's see what NFP, which is the payroll report, brings this week. But again, if you're someone that's looking to purchase a home, or something big, a big ticket item, you want to see yields fall. 2.769%. Let's see if we can see what the mortgage rates are today. The 30-year broke below 3% today in terms of the 10-year. So let's see current mortgage rates. I'm going to go to NerdWallet. Let's see. We'll go to a purchase. We'll put a zip code of Miami 33186 because it's such an expensive market. I don't have the rates. Let's see if I can find it. Current mortgage rates today. Here we go. Bank rate. Instead of putting all this information in, nice and easy. Let's go to I'm just browsing, and we'll put 33186. We'll put a purchase price of $500,000, and we'll put a down payment of 20%. Right now, we are at 3.75% on a fixed rate on the 30-year loan. Was this a 30-year? 30-year fixed, 500,000 purchase price, so 3.75. There's some that are higher. Unfortunately, this 3.75, you do have to pay some points. So if you're looking for no points, maybe 4.5%, better than 5, that's for sure. We got to 6 at one point, but again, we are heading down south. So again, that's something that you may want to speak to your mortgage broker about, your real estate agent about. Again, I'm not an expert on real estate, but again, seeing yields lower is a good thing. So remember when the 30-year was at 6. Now we're at sub 5, which is great. So let's go ahead and see on the daily if we can break this 100-day moving average of 2.627. As bonds 20-year TLT is, I'm looking for 120 of a break. We are at 117.57 today. Let's go and take a look at some pre-market movers. Then we'll go over the macro. Microsoft, slightly green. Amazon, nothing really standing out for green. Apple's down 0.49%. Banks still taking a hit. Yields are coming down. Energy, again, energy and oil, they don't run exactly the same. Most of them are refiners, so kind of keep that in the back of your head. But again, they're red, even though oil is kind of wobbling. TJX, green today, 1.23%. Philip Morris is up 1%. Altria up 1.77%. Again, not much standing out this morning. Again, I'm trying to see what Allstate Corporation's up 3%. But other than that, nothing that really stands out to me that, oh, yeah, we're catching a bid somewhere. Just not seeing it. Again, we need to see maybe, let's see, pre-market. Here we go. I think I have it here. Pre-market movers. Maybe some of the high betas are running today. Let's see it. Nothing high beta. Let's go to NASDAQ 100. AMD's up 0.09%, slightly up. PayPal up 0.54%. No, I don't see anything here that stands out. And JD.com down 1.5%. So BABA must be taking a little bit of a hit. But here's the issue, and I'm looking at the market, and this is where it's been kind of frustrating, at least with yesterday. Again, guys, we're still stuck in a range on S&P futures. That's it. You could say that we're having inverse head and shoulders here. Guess you could say that. I mean, we could have some more upside, but again, we still need to break 38.61. Why? Because that's the 20-day moving average. That 20-day moving average, guys, has been rejected. The only time that we have stayed above it sustainably was that last little bump that we had in the end of May. And then we've been staying below that. So again, that's been the resistance. Unless that breaks 38.61, you kind of have to stay short here because, guys, see, still have the downtrend at the end of the day. I mean, but there isn't any opportunity as of yet. Let's see if 38.61 does reject. Maybe we get retest 3800. Let's go and see if SPX has any gaps to fill. That's key. So we filled this gap yesterday. That's good in terms of the market. That was rebounded. But look, guys, we do have a gap here. Let's go and take a look at this. Don't be surprised if, if we decide to bottom soon. Let's just say if we do, you do have a bottom here at 36.75. And then that'd be it. That'd be the last bottom end gap to fill. We still have a gap to fill at 4,000, if you guys remember. So again, it could be one of the two. Again, we're closer to around 36.75 of that gap fill, and then we could possibly get back. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Best place to be are in I bonds. They're not the best place to be, but again, it's good to have at least some kind of allocation in your portfolio. If you're really young, bonds really don't matter. Just stick with dividend stocks. I'm a little older, but again, I'm not really worried about saving any kind of volatility or anything like that. In terms of bonds, I think there's just an opportunity because I do believe TLT will probably bounce in a good 10% or so. Again, just trying to get some some points there. But again, bonds were way oversold at this point, especially government bonds. So I do like TLT. I own TLT. United going to sell Ronaldo. Who is signing this year? Lord, I couldn't tell you in regards to Ronaldo because it's unbelievable that I just can't believe that he wants to leave, but I don't blame him. United has not won a game without him last year. United's a mess. What can I say? What are you watching for today, boss? Let's take a look. Well, I'm taking a look at S&P futures. That's a big one. 38.61 is my resistance. 37.40 is the support. So that stays in place. But if we break 37.40, 36, or was it 37? What was that level? Was it 37.40? Okay, let's get to 37.40. 36.75. If 37.40 does break with right here, let's go ahead and place the alert. If that does break, I want to target that gap fill. And then let's see if we can go continue to the upside. The problem is that we're still missing some information, guys, in terms of what we're watching. Look at the futures, they're flat. So in terms of opportunity, look at the dollar. Guys, this is going to hold back the stock market, even though the dollar was up yesterday and we had a nice bounce in NASDAQ, but the yields were down, which was good. Again, guys, 106.89. The dollar has to come down if we expect stocks to bid. In terms of what else to watch, again, I'm still keeping my eye on crude. In terms of shorting energy stocks, you have to give yourself some time. But again, right around 95 to 92, I want to play a turnaround in oil. I don't think we get a little lower than that. So that's kind of my focus there for today. But again, all quiet on the Western front, the saying goes, in terms of the stock market. Again, keep an eye on yields. Keep an eye on the dollar. Very, very key. Let's keep an eye on the VIX too. The VIX has been staying below 30. You could see kind of following that 200-day moving average of 29.26. We'll see what we get. I mean, possibly a quiet one. In terms of the almanac says today is supposed to be a bullish day. Yesterday was supposed to be a bearish day. We ended green on the on NASDAQ yesterday and green on the S&P, I believe, if that's memory serves me right. And then today is supposed to be green. So maybe we'll get back to back. Who knows? This is why we do this every day. Have a great rest of your afternoon. I'll see you guys on Twitter and see you guys later today. Cheers.